Now that we know what the identity matrix is, we can start using it. There are two equations you should be familiar with. The first one is the identity matrix multiplied by a matrix is equal to that matrix multiplied by the identity matrix, and it is equal to the original matrix. So if we look at these two sets of matrices, the first one is the identity matrix multiplied by the matrix is still equal to the matrix. Now, if we were to put the matrix first and then multiply by the identity matrix, we get the same answer. What this is saying is that it doesn't matter if you do IA or AI. Unlike your regular matrix multiplication, it is equal to the same thing. Now, the second equation says that if you have a matrix and you multiply it by its inverse, you get the identity matrix out. Again, it doesn't matter if you do A multiplied by the inverse or the inverse multiplied by the matrix. Again, they're interchangeable, right? We're going to go over a few examples now. So this equation that we just looked at, here we have matrix A, which is 1, -2, 0, y. And here we have B, which is equal to 1, 4, x, 2. Now the question is, if this A is the inverse of B, then what is x and what is y? To do this, we use our equation where A multiplied by B, because one is the inverse of the other, is equal to the identity matrix. So we put A here, multiply it by B, and our result should be a 2 by 2 identity matrix. Here again, we know how to do matrix multiplication, right? If you don't, that's okay. You should go back to another video and watch that. So what we get here is 1 minus 2x, and this should be 1. Then we have 0, 0 should be 0, so that's good. Y times x should equal 0. 2y should equal 1. So how do we figure out what x and y is? Well, let's just rewrite them. So we have 1 minus 2x, and this is supposed to be 1. So if 1 minus 0, that equals 1, right? So we can say that x is equal to 0. Now y times x, if x is 0, then this equation, that works. Now 2y needs to equal 1. So what is y? Well, 1 divided by 2 is equal to y, so y is equal to 1/2. So using our identity matrix and the knowledge that we have of the inverse, we're able to solve for our x and our y. The next video is going to be about Cramer's rule, which is going to help us solve some linear equations even faster than using Gaussian elimination, or Gauss-Jordan elimination for that matter.